Hello and welcome to this session of Talking Tech, Girls and Women in ICT. My name is Ranmalee Dias, and today I'm delighted to be representing the ITU, and I'm excited about having a discussion about tech and tech careers with Achia Nila, founder and CEO of Women in Digital. Talking Tech is a series celebrating girls and women in tech, being recorded around the world between Girls in ICT Day 2020 and Girls in ICT Day 2021. Girls in ICT Day was marked on the fourth of Thursday of each April. In 2020, Girls in ICT Day was the 23rd of April. The objectives of Girls in ICT Day are to help create a global environment that empowers and encourages girls and young women to consider studies and careers in the growing field of information and communication technologies. The Talking Tech series is brought to you by the ITU, the UNICC, and the Office of the UN Secretary General's Envoy on Youth, and is in support of Equals, the global partnership of gender equality in the digital age. The goals of this series include to interest and inspire girls and younger women with information about a range of ICT careers, to bring up before a broader audience some of the role model women in tech, and share information about their career journeys and work, to offer diverse examples of how ICT is being used to support achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals and other UN goals, to showcase initiatives that are working with girls to support them in ICT studies or future ICT careers. And finally, to provide girls and young women in tech with a leadership opportunity to represent and promote girls in tech organizations with which they are involved with and promote it to a broader international audience. To kick this session off, I'm going to introduce you to Achia Nila, founder and CEO of Women in Digital. Working in the IT industry for over 13 years, Nila is a true example of a female leader in tech. She has achieved much in her field, but to name a few of her accomplishments, she has worked in multinational companies and in internationally recognized organizations such as Microsoft and Dell. She was the first person from Bangladesh to be selected by the ITU to be an international IT expert. She was also recently joined Women Who Code as a country director as well. As you can see, Nila is a seasoned veteran in the tech industry. So I want this conversation to start by talking about the beginning of her journey in this field. So Nila, please tell us a little bit more about your journey as a tech entrepreneur. When and how did you first get into technology?
Thank you, Ranmalee, for your questions. Actually, I have started my journey in 2006 as a junior software engineer in a software company. And in that time, actually, my first interview is a turning point in my life because it's take 1 hour 30 minutes. It's a long time interview ever in my life, and that one is my first interview and my first job. So why they take too much time? Because they was encouraged me joining their graphics team or testing teams because the things women are not able good in they are not able to do coding. So that's why they are insist me you should join our design team and or testing team. So actually I take it as a challenge, and because I am a computer engineer and I am doing coding and other programming things, so why they are not giving me the right things what I want to do in my life. So that's why I just whatever they're asking I just giving answer. So this is the way actually. And at the few minute they are actually recruit me in their company as a junior software engineer. So this is actually my start, and in that time I noticed one thing. My journey will not be very easy in the tech industry because the in my first interview in my life, so I get super dominated here. And then I start my journey actually I take my journey as a challenge of my lives, and I was decided I will do something in this area because I need to do, because if I felt then I am not and other women also are not interested to come in this industry. So this is the way I started my official journey. And after within 9 years I get promoted as a CTO, chief technical officer, in another multinational companies. And in that time I decided now I should leave the work for others. I need to do something for me and of course my community. So this is the way actually my take entrepreneurship started. And when I started Women in Digital, my aim and my focus was that I was doing something for the women, and that is in the tech industry. So I teach the women, increase their technical knowledge, and then they are come in my team to working with software, mobile application, games, this type of technical things, and they are doing very good. So that is the way Women in Digital born, and it's still continue.
Wow, that's amazing. That first interview seems really challenging, but I'm glad you overcame that because look how far you've come now. um,
Yeah.
do you think during the transition from being a tech service holder to a tech entrepreneur, were there any challenges you encountered all along the way, like any specific ones that you felt like were significant, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Well, actually, the thing is, the transaction is a bit tough for me because I was working for all the super companies, and my salary was really super good in that time. So, when actually my plan was I will going to abroad for higher studies because we are Asian, we always do that. So I was applied for the for a US university, and I get that one scholarship over there, and I planned, okay, I will quit my job and I go for the higher study. So but suddenly my father told me, you should do something for the country because our government declared digital Bangladesh, and I choose challenge my father. See, it's not happening because there are 50% of women in this country, they are not getting proper education. Then how they will get the proper tech education? So how you think Bangladesh will be digital Bangladesh? And then my father told, you should take that challenge because you are an engineer. So actually that is the start. So then I decided, okay, let's try. Because initially I was also thinking maybe it's not work, but when I start working, and I faced so many problems, but it worked. So the main challenge for me, the safe life, because those who are working for other person, at least monthly they get something, so that is fixed. So that is actually very important. And when I am working as an entrepreneur, so I need to think about my developer because I need to pay every month to them, and I need to earn that much. So that is very actually challenging in that time. So yeah, only this challenge I need to decide actually which life is better for me, and then I decided, okay, let's take the challenge. Maybe I will overcome. And yeah, after within 2 or 3 years, I just start earning better.
That's amazing. I think yeah, I feel like once you have a set goal, it's easier, or a vision, it's easier to overcome these challenges, right? Because you're working towards something. And I feel like your story is so reflective of that. So now as a founder and CEO, what does your typical work day look like?
That is much challenging actually. So I need to working for 24/7 because we are working for the international client like US market and the Australian market and UK market. So three different time zones, and another is Japan market. So actually four different time zone, and basically I am communicate with the clients always. So I need to understand what their requirement and when I need to deliver the project. So I need to understand everything. So so the thing is, I am in the night times. So the time is very similar to USA and UK. So I am working with the client in that time, and in the day in Bangladeshi time, I need to distribute all the work to my team. So sometimes I need to work all that day longs actually, and sometimes it's we are doing very normally. So the thing is, what I believe, my business model a bit challenging. So for this reason, actually, I need to work for 24 by 7. So if it is normal business or very something like boutiques and whatever girls are doing always, so small businesses, that is not much challenging like my one, because it is totally IT company, and yes, it depends on international clients, so I need to work for them.
That sounds really challenging. I'm sure it's really hard to work with so many different time zones. The workload must be immense, but I'm sure you're doing really important work. And that leads me to my next question. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about how specifically Women in Digital empowers women through technology?
Yeah, sure. That is very important questions actually for me too, because I want to share this story to all over the world. So I think it's a very good platform for me to sharing that story. So the thing is actually initially what we do, we teach coding and designing, product development process, software development process, all those things to the women and girls. And after their training, we have a digital agencies, so they, our girls are working over there for us, and those who are completed their graduation from our tech schools, we call it tech schools. So we are forwarding them in different IT companies, including my one. And what they do, they are working for international clients like USA, Canada, Australia, UK, and Japan market. So, and they are developing IT product like software, mobile applications, games for international clients. So this is the main things we are doing, but this is actually our core business. And beside this, we are doing so many things because our main motto is women empowerment through technology, and we are working for women financial empowerment. So I believe if I am not able to give them the financial things, then the financial support, then they are not getting interest to working with technology field. So that is why we always try to give them financial support, but they need to earn it. They need to develop their skills and they need to earn it from us. So we are, but beside this, we are doing so many things like we are working in women and cybersecurity, because actually these all are very much linked to one. We start take a training, and then they are working in our digital agency. When they are come in the digital industry, in that time they are facing one problem: they are not secure in the cyber world. So we start the women in cyber security, and when we see feel they are safe in cyber world, and in that time we move into our rural area. We focus on our rural girls and underprivileged women, adolescent girls, and then we start giving some technical knowledge. But we, in that time, we face one common problem. So in Bangladesh, in not in Bangladesh, in Asian rural women, they are not enough educated. So if they are not enough educated, then how they are coming the tech industry? Because technology depends on only one thing, that is English. So that is we get another challenge over there. But then I start thinking, how can we just minimize this challenge, and how we are bringing we able to bring them in tech industry. And then we design women in e-commerce, because in Bangladeshi women, they are super creative. They are design all the nice clothing, carpet, handmade carpet, bags, and other handicraft things. So we decided we should promote it in the our international clients and other platforms. So we develop a platform for them, and then we also train them the how they take a photo for their product, and how they will send that things, send an email in our head office. So actually we train these things to them, and then now we are make them digitally actually enable, not the, they are also digitally empowered, but we say it is we are make them tech enable, because everyone not the tech will not able to be a good tech expert, but everyone should be tech enable, so we make them tech enable. Then we have a career counseling platform. We call it Pathfinder. So because in Bangladesh we get another common problem. So when a student completes his or her education, they feel very confused because they are not able to choosing the right path for them. So for them, we give a guideline, so they are asking their question in our platform, and we advise them what will be the right thing for them. So that is another thing we have. And we have also some product in health tech. These all are softwares. So, and we have some product in agrotech. These all are software and mobile application. So we have designed women and digital something like this. It will be a good platform for women, so they will work in all the aspect, because people always think something like this way: yes, I have a training company, yes, I have a software company, yes, I have an e-commerce platform, but I have a but we integrate all the things in one platform, that is women in digital.
Wow, that's so amazing. I think it's really important what you said about not just providing education or awareness about technology, but giving the tools to really help these women help themselves to move forward. Um,
Yes.
so it's a lifelong skill, right? It's not like a short term impact; it's a long term impact, and that's
Yes, yes.
really amazing. I think also what I really liked about what you said about creativity. Creativity for me, I think is critical in this field, and it's important to emphasize that in these initiatives. So that's great. Another thing I really appreciate about Women in Digital is that it's 100% run, managed, and owned by females, and that's amazing. So what do you like best working with an all female team?
Yeah, that is my favorite part of my companies. We all women have made it. So the things is actually what we are doing. Initially, when I start working with the women, in that time I was also a bit afraid, because um, when I was in job in that time, I have tried recruit some women engineer in my team and in that companies where I was working, but we didn't get the right person. So when I started, I was afraid. So because I take a challenge, but I don't know I will get the women or not, because it's my dream, my loving things, but I don't know people will love it or not. So that was a really thinkable for me actually. So when I started in that time, I get two or three girls, those who are working in different companies, and they are junior in my universities. So I start teaching them, and I get the result, because when I gave them some work and pay them, they feel interest to work with me. So, and then initially, actually, we are working very unprofessionally, because my target was I need to motivate them. I need to motivate them, and if they are getting demotivated, then I am not able to work with them, and I will not find more girls, because first step, if I fail the first time, then I also get demotivated. So I didn't want to take that chance, actually. But then the thing is, I just always be very cool and polite for the first batch of women, those who are working for me. And when I understand, yes, they are good in coding and they are able to deliver their project to the client, it means they are able to earn through technology. So now we should be a bit professional, because otherwise we are not able to manage the client. So I start giving them the knowledge, actually, what will be the official behavior and how they will communicate the clients, and then they understand. But the thing is, what I always missed from the girls, that is, they love to depends on others. Always they are not take their own decision by themselves, so they always depends on parents, boyfriends, husbands. So that is actually I really don't like, but I am still I'm working for that, because sometimes I actually share my team always. See, sometimes I feel I'm not your boss. Your boss is your boyfriend. Your boss is your husband. Your boss is your father. So why you are working with me? So sometimes I feel something like this way. So the thing is, actually they are not able to a good decision maker, but they are professional nowadays. They are doing very good, because they understand actually, if they fail the deadline, then client will not give us the work and they lose their job. So Nowadays they are getting that point. So now we are working very smoothly. But initially, actually, it was very tough for me, but I never give up. So I failed 5 times, and I need to redevelop my team 5 times. So I developed, and after a few days, it's a break because people are thinking different way. I am thinking different way, so it's not working. But now it's really good, and in Bangladeshi girls, they are believe on me, and also the Nepali girls, they also believe on me because we are working in these two countries.
Yeah, I think that's a concern like a lot of tech entrepreneurs or startups have, where it's like, will other people love this idea as much as I love my idea, you know?
Yeah,
And it's really risky to invest in that, because you never know. But I think it's really great that you started in kind of like you said, an unprofessional setting, or like a casual setting, because I feel like that's the best way to transition sometimes to a professional setting, like in this example at least, because then the passion for it is real, right? Like it's not
yeah,
just like a contract or a job offer. It's something you believed in and you chose to continue later on.
yeah.
So yeah, no, that's awesome. um I know, women in digital is just, one of your many accomplishments. But are there any other significant ones that you would like to highlight, or one that really shaped you in a certain way? Um, yeah, just please
Yes,
highlight
yes,
whichever.
I have actually so many things to share. So I highlight one thing, that is for the first times in Bangladesh and also in the South Asia, we have launched the National Hackathon for Women. So that was is a very big and huge program for us, and we bring almost 5,050 girls from all over the Bangladesh. Sorry, 550 girls from all over the Bangladesh, and we bring them in the Dhaka in our capitals, and they are working with us 36 hours. They develop so many interesting projects, and luckily we get help from our ICT ministry, and ICT ministry was our partner for that project, and that was really great project for me. Actually, I always I get inspiration from that one because the 500 calls, those who are come in the Dhaka city, so though they are coming different area of Bangladesh, so it's really challenging, and they bring and we give one tagline over there: if you are not able to come, please bring with your mom with you, maybe both of you will able to make a dream true. So that one actually a huge message for them, and they bring their mom also. And the 36 hour we working together, but that was is really different things, actually different feelings. And the moms are really pay for me a lot because we make something totally different. We bring their girls in Dhaka city and also them. So maybe some of mother never come in the Dhaka city, and they are come for us only. So we are Muslim countries and we are Muslim mostly. So they trust on gods, and they always pray when they feel very happy. And these women are paying me for me, my company. So that is really huge, a huge achievement for me. So that one I always shared. So if women feel interest to do anything, they are really able to do that. And yeah, but they need only one thing, that is a bit support. So if we get the support, we can do anything. So that is one. And another one we are doing, that is digital innovation challenge for women. So it's something like escalator program for women. So they are bringing their small business model to us, and we have a very good mentor list. They are all our industry expert. So it's 1 month to 6 months. We have escalator time, and they always working with the industry leaders. They give their suggestion and they work on the project, and after the competition, we select for second, third, and we are funding them. So that one is another things, special things for us. And sometimes we are working for we our working partner will be was in Microsoft, and sometimes our partner in some multinational companies, and also the different newspapers, and yeah, some IT industry expert, they always funding us for that one. So that is another one we are doing for the girls. So these two is actually I love these two programs superly, because one is the girls are developing IT product for the industry, for the country, and another one is they are trying to being a businesswoman, take businesswoman. So that's why this two is very important for me.
Yeah, those are, I mean, both two great accomplishments, and I'm so inspired by them, especially because they're catered to women in this field. Um, and that's also relevant to my next question, because I was going to ask, the tech industry is very much a male dominated space. Um, were there, I'm sure you encountered some challenges, but were there any lessons you'd like to share from that experience of building this career in a male dominated space as a woman?
Uh, Actually, the interesting thing is, I always think something like this way. Actually, whatever I am in my life, because of all the bad boss, if they are very polite to me, then I never doing these things. So actually, all the bad boss, actually, I salute them. Because of them, I am Achanila. So the thing, yeah. So this is the actually another insight for me. So and come to your questions. So I always think one things, I have a boss, and I like him so much. So but he is super, simply super, and I learned so many things from him. So when I work for his company, suddenly I realized I am working 6 years in his company. So within 3 years, I realized they liked my work, and they are not giving me promotion, but they are giving me money. So actually, they every year they are increase me huge. They give me huge increment. So every year they give that things to me, but they did not change my promotion. So I was in that time team lead and senior software engineer. So I carry these two designation, but I am paid more in that time. So one day, one of general meeting, I asked my MG, uh, we call him in Bangladesh, we call brother. For our boss, it's just it's a social things actually. So I called him bhaiya, it means brother. Why I am not getting promotion? Then he told me, Nila, you are getting much money. So why you are thinking about promotion? You should focus on your work, and you are doing fantastic. Why you are thinking about for a designation? Then I answer, Bhaiya, see, it's matter, because I am getting money. It's true, because of my work. You are giving me the handsome money every month, but status mattered. So if I didn't change my status, so why I am working for you? Then he told me, see, it's a IT company, and uh, it's a 24/7 company. So our office is running 24/7, and you are a woman. You are not able to stay at night, but there are so many boys who stay at night, and they are working for the clients. So how can I give you the promote? How can I promoted you as a project manager or as a CTO? Because you are not able to stay a night at office. So I was shocked. Actually, I was not prepared for this answer. And after a few days, when I was working in the Microsoft team, and in that time, Microsoft 8 will be launched, and I was the project lead on that team, and we need to work 24/7. And continuously, 3 night I was stay in the office, and he don't know about that things. So when we complete the project and deliver the project, and Immediately I get a very smart amount of money from my boss, because whenever we deliver anything, they give it us as a gift for the achievement. So yeah, and I refused to take that money in that day. Then he was shocked, because he is trying to appreciate, and they arrange a party for us in, or for me and my teams, and but I am denied to taking the gift. So he asked me why. Then I gave my resignation letter to him. I told him, I have a gift for you also. Then he just shocked. Then I give the envelope to him, and he just opened it, and he's just shocked, and he just, why? Because we need you. You are doing fantastic. So in that time I said, see, you are my boss, but last 3 night I was in your office, but you don't know about that things. But when I ask you why you are not giving me the promotion, in that time you told me you are a woman, so you are not able to stay at night at office. So see, you don't know women are stay at night when needed. Then he just told me, Nila, give me some times, please. We'll continue this discussion in our office. So let's enjoy the party. And when next day we come in the office, and I get promotion finally. But the thing is actually, why I am sharing these things, we need to raise our voice. Actually, we are working good, we are doing best. That's not enough for a women. We need to prove ourselves every day, and we need to raise our voice, because when we are confident, actually I am able to do this, and they are dependent on me, in that time we need our voice. But before raising voice, we need to strong, because without our own capability, we are not able to raise our voice. So I always learn, I always do coding still now, because I always see my me as a very strong woman, because of if I feel less confident, then my team also will not be feel very comfortable and confident. So that's why still I need to learn.
No, yeah, it's just so shocking to me that financial incentives are treated as enough, as satisfactory, like as if
Yeah,
that's really the bare minimum they could do for you. But I'm so glad you emphasize the importance of speaking up about these things, because yeah, women shouldn't just take the money only, they need the status as well. They
yeah,
deserve the title, right? They're doing the same
yeah,
work
yeah.
as their male counterparts, so why not? But yeah, that's a great inspirational story. And my last question is really about, since this series is about young women and girls in tech. Do you have any advice for young upcoming female entrepreneurs in tech?
The thing is actually, you need to, for the young generation, what I want to suggest. See, see my actually background. I have wrote one thing, that is technology does not have any gender. So please believe that one. All the girls is my request, because technology does not have any gender. So why we just being these things in a gender dividation? Because if technology doesn't have gender, then why we fight? For what we are fighting actually? So the first challenge is, you need to decide actually where you want to see yourself. So just initially you should set your mindset, actually I will be a doctor, I will be an engineer, I will be a computer engineer, I will be an electronics engineer, I want to do these things. So you need to decide actually what you want to do. So if you feel actually I am not comfortable with technical things, so don't need to come in tech industry, because if you are not love it, you are not able to do it. So don't come when you are not comfortable with technology. So you have so many things to do. But still I encourage the young women and girls come in the tech industry, because technology is the things actually who lead the world. So why you will not come in this industry? So you should be aligned with the what global what is actually the world says and what world needs. So you need to align with these things. So set your mindset. Tech is very easy things, and without technology you can do anything. So you need to come in this industry, and you can work from home, you can work from anywhere in the world. See, in my company I am in Bangladesh, and my company is in Bangladesh, but we are working for international clients because of technology. So why you will not take this chance? And one thing I always advise in all my workshop, training and sessions, whatever, that is focus, target and action. Because first find actually what you want to do in your life, and if you think I will be a good content writer, so that doesn't matter. So yeah, you can do that thing. So focus on that, you start writing content, and then you think you self, you take a target, actually set a target. So within this period I will do these things, and I want to see myself within next 5 years in that level. So work on that. So take that target, and then action. Whatever you want to do, just start learning, start writing, send it to seniors or send it to some newspapers, and there are so many ways you can write. So you can do that things like this way. So the focus, target, action is very important things. So especially focus is very important thing. So whatever you want to do, just focus on that. It can be technical things, it can be non-technical things, both are important in lives. But for the digital world, without technology you can, or you can survive. So that's why we always advise, it's not for the women, it's not for the men, it's for all. Actually you need to learn technology. So why you are not, why you just, you are not interested to learn technology? Because you need to depends on it. So yeah, tech is the best thing.
Yes, yeah, no.
And I have some question for you.
Oh, you do? Okay, great.
Yeah, yeah, because you have asking me so many things. So I need that. I want to take that chance also.
Sure, go ahead.
So yeah, my first question is for you. So see, I am a old woman in front of you, and you are very newcomer in the tech industry,
Sure.
and you are working for ITU. And the organization I love most.
Okay.
So so actually, what is your expectation for industry, and what is your expectation senior like me, like us, or more, better than me? So what is your expectation for the industry and your seniors?
I think my expectations for the tech industry, I think are to be inclusive and diverse. I think, diversity is something much needed in this field. Technology is, constantly changing and evolving. And I think to meet these changes or evolution, we need to be inclusive and diverse because, you know, when you have a diverse workforce, you increase creativity, you create better global solutions for global challenges, and that doesn't even have to be just in terms of like product development. I mean, yeah, it's great that we're making things, products more, tech products more accessible for more people, but not even just that, on even just in a broader, more general scale, like it's needed. I think it's essential, um, to just move forward in tech or in any other field as well. And as for my seniors, I think this internship has really opened my eyes about the importance of female mentorship. My boss, and the people I work with, they're just so amazing, and they both happen to be women, and I think I never thought about it this way, but I honestly feel like they uplift me every day. I feel like they're so helpful in a non-intimidating way, which I
Wow.
really didn't anticipate going into. into this internship because like you said, I'm very new to this field. I hadn't really done much. I didn't really know much about this field to begin with, but they're constantly helping me learn. They're helping me do better. um, I never find that they're overly critical. It's always helpful criticism, or their advice is so helpful in guiding me, even beyond this internship, looking forward when I look for a full-time job. um, yeah, so I think female mentorship is really key. So, and it doesn't have to be any high level officials. It doesn't have to be the
Yeah.
CEO or someone. It can really just be anyone who's in this field, just someone to talk to, engage in a discussion about what you want to learn from this field, or what you want to pursue going forward. Yeah, I think that's really key.
Yeah. And one thing actually I want to share, so in the tech industry, there is actually so many emerging technology have launching nowadays, like AI, big data, blockchains, and other high tech things launching. Programming language is launching nowadays. So I have another question regarding this, because actually I have started my journey from Java, and day by day I learn so many things is
Mhm.
needed. So I think you have also a good tech background. So what you think actually, and what is your advice for the new generation? What kind of education they need to learn, and what how they will come in the technology field, and how they learn the high tech things. So what is your advice for them, because you already passed that way, that
Yeah,
idea.
sure. I think for me, things like coding were really introduced to me in high school, which is younger than a lot of women. But for me, still, even being a teenager, I felt like I was too old almost. Like it was like, oh, I was great learning this, but it was like, oh, it would have been great if I knew this like 8 years ago. Like maybe I would have felt more comfortable. So I think my advice would be to be open-minded and not to be intimidated by these things, because I know everyone doesn't have the same access or introduction to technology at the same level. So at any age, I think it's really important not to be intimidated. If this is something you're passionate about, like really give it a fair chance. And then I would say, like, for the system or institutionally as a whole, it'd be great if things like coding or other or engineering could be introduced for girls in grade school at a young age, because I think among my friends or the people I know, often the people my friends who end up going into computer science, they always they're like, oh, I started coding when I was really young, like maybe in the fourth grade or something. And I always think now, like, oh, maybe I would have pursued a different path if I had been more open to it in high school, or if I had access to this kind of education earlier on. um, so yeah, I think so, like, big changes need to be made, and you're a big part of that change, right? Like that's what your work is all about. So yeah, I really appreciate that work, and I hope that more females leaders in tech also continue this work, and younger women also follow suit. um, yeah, that's pretty much it today. But I really enjoyed having this discussion with you. I learned so much. I'm so inspired by your journey and the work you do. And yeah, that about wraps up our session today for Talking Tech, Girls and Women in ICT. I just want to say a quick thank you to our organizers for putting this together, and to our viewers for watching this as well. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nila. I'll see you later.
Thank you, dear. And yes, I also want to thank the organizer, and obviously the girls in ICT teams, because every year we are celebrating this day.
Yes.
And thank you, James, for ITU, and yes, you too, bots also. And also want to thank you all the viewers, those who are watching us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I really enjoyed our chat today. See you.